like that!
Hey everyone, how you guys doing? It's Professional here. So, today I got a crazy current events video for you guys. If you guys aren't familiar, these are a series I do on my channel where we just find these bizarre, like, random crazy stories that are just going around and I react to them. But anyways, this story is a bit ridiculous, and some parts of it are funny, but also some parts of it are just, bad. And this has basically been going on for a month, and this video is 7 days old. But as I have looked this video up recently, I looked this has still not been resolved. So this is still going on. This is still happening. But if you're unfamiliar with what happened, this guy that lives in California, a giant black bear crawled into his basement. And what's happened was the guy has contacted the government several times to get the bear out of the basement. The government has tried. They tried to get the bear out a few times. They even put traps. They failed. They even captured the wrong bear. They captured a bear that wasn't even the bear in the basement. And now the government has basically given up. They basically said, we're not going to deal with this anymore. And the guy has nothing he can do at this point. He can't remove the bear himself. The government isn't doing anything about it, and he's now suing the government over this. And the bear living in his basement has basically tore up all the pipes in his house. But let's watch this.
500-pound black bear that made its den under an Altadena home, still refusing to leave after more than a month. Now the homeowner there says that this massive bear has done damage to his pipes, forcing him to shut off the gas. And that man says that living with a bear under his house has now kind of pushed him to the breaking point.
Can you imagine? Wow. And he plans to sue the Department of Fish and Wildlife after being told that the state will no longer help. KTLA's Jillian Smuckler is live in Altadena with this story you'll see only on 5. Hi there.
Hi, Court. Yeah, it's just terrifying. This poor homeowner says he's just at his breaking point. It's been over a month since that 550-pound black bear moved into his home. And as you just mentioned, it's caused a lot of damage. He can hear it from inside of his home. So now he's deciding to sue the agency because they stopped helping him get that bear out. Ken Johnson says the bear moved under his Altadena home just before Thanksgiving and never really left.
I kept track.
So before Thanksgiving, this is going to be, what, a month and close to 2 weeks now? So a month and a half almost, basically. The bear's been in his basement and the government has done nothing about this. They have basically given up and told the guy that he has to deal with this all on his own.
Back of everything I tried, it would be, bear 14, homeowner 0.
California Department of Fish and Wildlife stepped in at first, setting a trap near the crawl space. But instead of catching the large bear under Johnson's home, the trap caught a smaller bear, the wrong one. That bear was hauled.
Okay, I'm trying not to laugh. I'm sorry. I know the guy's situation that he has in his basement, but they put up a trap and they captured the wrong bear. They captured a completely different bear.
Away, and the bigger bear stayed put.
Well, I was kind of sad for the other bear at first, but then I'm like, well, if this bear comes out now, where's he going to go?
Biologists later tried again, using air horns to flush the bear out. Johnson says it looked like it was finally working until he says they suddenly got a call ordering them to stand down.
Very defeated. Oh, yeah. I mean, I just dropped because, well, now what? It's all up to me? And what, I'm supposed to watch my phone when he comes out in the middle of the night? Or, sleep in the kitchen and listen for him every night? I even asked, okay, so as long as you guys are gone, can I still use the bait to get him? No, can't do that.
Since then, Johnson...
So, you heard that right there. Is the government has abandoned him. They have basically told him that he cannot, that they're not going to do anything about it, and he can't even set traps. So they told him, if you try to set traps, that's illegal. They're not letting him do it. So basically, they're telling him, oh, you're going to have to deal with it on your own. You're going to have to wait until the bear leaves on its own. So this guy is a giant black bear living in his basement. This could kill someone, and the government is doing absolutely nothing about it. It's like you wonder, what are you paying taxes for exactly? You're paying such high taxes, and the government is not even doing its job. And also, for people wondering, it's illegal for him to I'm pretty certain, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, it's illegal for him to shoot the bear. So he can't go into his basement and he can't shoot the bear. He cannot do that. Even though the bear is being a nuisance, even though the bear is destroying his property, you need to get a specific hunting license for that, and that's even if the area allows it. And the only time you're allowed to kill a wild animal without a hunting license is in cases of self-defense. And self-defense would not count because the courts would basically argue that, oh, he was safe upstairs and he decided to go downstairs in the basement and shoot and kill the bear. So that's not going to work either. So he could get arrested, massive fines for that. So basically the government's telling him that he has to deal with this on his own.
Johnson says he can hear the bear moving around, presumably doing a lot of damage under his home.
I can hear the plastic being shredded underneath, and even one of the cameras picked it up, just bulldozing through it. It's a mess under there.
This video of a broken pipe prompted him to shut off his gas on Christmas Eve, and he hasn't had any hot water since.
Oh my God. And even California is a more warmer place, yes, but everybody still wants to take a warm shower. Everybody does. And imagine not, being able to do that. And now he has to deal with this. And also, he can't even send anybody to fix this pipe. So if he tries to send, nobody's going to go over and fix the pipe if the bear's down there. Nobody's going to do anything about it. And this is also a safety hazard now that you have a gas pipe that's basically been broken. This is a massive safety hazard too. So he turned that off. But, now it's in the wintertime too. And what is the guy going to do exactly? What is the government doing about this? The amount of damage that this has done to his house is this guy is suing the government, and this guy absolutely has the right to sue the government, to sue these guys for millions of dollars. You pay such high taxes, and the government is not doing anything about a wild animal coming into your basement, tearing up your house, causing a safety hazard, destroying the gas pipe. This is dangerous, like I said, and costing the guy, emotional distress, peace of mind, destroying his property, possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage, depending on, what this bear did exactly. And on top of that, it's also extremely dangerous because the bear occasionally comes out, but then what it does is it goes right back in the basement. And if somebody, shows up, somebody delivering an Amazon package or, a mailman or something like that, the bear could attack the person. And then what would happen is this person would be held liable. He would be arrested. He would basically be charged with that. It would be accused of negligence. So again, they're telling him, governments saying, we're not going to remove the bear. We've given up on that. You're going to have to wait till it comes out on its own. He can't set traps. Government saying he can't do that. He can't kill the bear. He can't shoot the bear himself. So basically, he has to deal with it. And it's also putting everybody else in danger who comes near the house. It's just such stupid politicians. It's good that he's taking these guys to court. This is just disgusting.
Just exhausted from the whole thing. I get my mind off it for a little bit. And then suddenly I get flooded back with, oh, that's right, can't take a hot shower. I got to monitor the situation all the time. Every time my phone buzzes, it's like, is that him? Do I have to go and keep him away?
Now, Johnson says he plans to sue, accusing the agency of negligence and emotional distress.
Because this has gone on long enough.
Just what I just said, emotional distress too. And also the thing is just imagine I know some people might also think that this is a bit funny, but just think about like the psychological impact that it's having. I think the only part of the story that's a bit funny is that the government tried to capture the bear and they captured a different bear. It just shows you how incompetent the government was with that. But just also think about it. Put yourself in this guy's shoes, right? Imagine that you are trying to sleep in your house. Like, I could not sleep in that house. I could not sleep soundly in that house. I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to. If I knew I had this giant animal that's in the basement, it could come upstairs at any moment. It could, break a window into my house, come into my house. I would not be sleeping soundly in that place. And I wouldn't be able to go to a hotel. I couldn't do that either. Because if I went to a hotel, I would feel responsible because if that bear then, goes out and attacks somebody, on my property, some like a mailman or something like that, I would feel responsible. So I also have to do something to basically keep the bear from, harming anybody else in the property. So I can imagine the mental health toll it is taking on this guy.
And it's something that they should deal with. I mean, it's a tagged bear. They've dealt with it before. They chose not to euthanize it, and now it's back. And it's just going to keep on doing this.
KTLA legal analyst Allison Treasel says the department has a duty to protect homeowners when there's a public safety threat, and says Johnson may have grounds to take this to court.
The homeowner certainly can prove that this bear is causing damage and is a threat to his safety.
While she doesn't know if and how much money Johnson would get from the lawsuit, she believes if he wins, a court order to remove the bear is likely.
The California Department of Fish and Wildlife actually has a 19-page policy when it comes to situations just like this. But nowhere does it say that they should simply give up and have the homeowner deal with it on their own and wait it out.
Now, we did reach out to
these guys are supposed to be the experts. These are the guys that are supposed to be dealing with that stuff, and they're not doing their jobs.
Department of Fish and Wildlife for comment on this, but we have yet to hear back. I do want to mention, though, they do still have a camera set out right outside that crawl space. They say they are monitoring the bear, but in terms of bringing any traps back in or trying to do more to get that bear out, they say that is completely stopped. Reporting live in Altadena, Jillian Smuckler, KTLA 5 News.
What a nightmare. Jillian, thanks for that. Certainly more to come.
You know, I look at stories like this, and I sometimes think, what's the, why are we paying taxes? Like, what is the point of taxes if the government is not going to do its job, especially in situations just like this? But this is just, ridiculous. So I can find that, this, like, look at this. This is a nightmare having this, in your basement, and this can come out and, hurt or kill somebody. The fact that the government is doing nothing about it, and they're telling the guy that he has to basically deal with it on his own, just ridiculous, disgusting. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. But again, this video was posted 7 days ago, and I tried to search it up to see if there was any change. No change. I haven't found anything. If somebody knows that there's like a change or something, let me know in the comments. But this has been going on for over a month and a half now. Think about that. A month and a half, and this guy's... And I really hope this guy gets a really hefty sum in court, because the amount of mental health problems this guy's going to have, and the amount of, thousands of dollars of damage that he's going to have to pay for, the government has to compensate him. And not only compensate him, but compensate him even more. He deserves to also make money from this, because this is the BS that the government has put him through. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.